Live from the gutter, dog. Yeah.
Right now, I'm about to do a shot of Ray and Nephew. This is so ghetto, blood.
Man's moving nervous, that's why, blood.
Yeah, of course, bro.
That's not a shot, first of all.
Hold on. A shot is not a full cap, bro.
A shot is 25 mil, innit?
Bro, but I ain't doing that, so... Safe. Fuck.
You have to respect it. Blood, you gotta respect them drinks, man.
Oh, shit.
Respect the drink.
Cut. Yeah, so... Woo! See, I feel a bit more righteous now. Anyway,
Hopefully you don't trip over your words then, innit?
shut up. Bro.
You could never be a TV presenter.
Are you mad?
You'd be clapping, you know.
I've got that pattern. No, I got that pattern. J. Cole is releasing his album. I think it's an album. He put it as an album, but everyone's saying it's a mixtape. J. Cole is releasing his album, The Fall Off. What are your opinions on J. Cole releasing this new body of work? Are you excited?
I think it's going to be meaty, blood, and I'll tell you why. It's a big moment for J. Cole, really, in his career, I think. You know, he's in his mid-30s now. He's released 5 albums? Is it 5?
Four. Born Sinner.
No.
Sideline Story.
Yeah.
Born Sinner. Forest Hills. 4 Year Right. 5 KOD.
Yeah, 5 albums. I mean, the consensus is that he's a great artist, of course. The jury's out as to whether any of those albums are classic albums. In my opinion, they're definitely not, but we'll touch on that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll touch on that in a second.
But I think, as I said previously, I don't know whether it was in this cut or otherwise, but he has been in competition with Drake and Kendrick. Perhaps unwarranted competition, but competition nevertheless for the past 10 or so years. And I think both of them have gone past him in different ways. I think Drake, he's a bona fide pop star now. Do you know what I mean? I think he's the
biggest artist in the world.
Yeah, he's the biggest thing in music now. And, you know, you can talk on the merit of his music all you want, but facts are facts. He streams like mad. The records go crazy like mad in terms of the numbers. And then as for Kendrick, I mean, I think that To Pimp a Butterfly in particular, as far as artistic expression is concerned, is the best hip-hop album of this century. It's not my favourite record, but, you know, you have to give credit where it's due, man.
It's for me, top 2 and it ain't 2 in it. But yeah.
So I'm saying, like, you have to give it props. And I think with Drake in particular with the pop thing, and with Kendrick with the artistic statement thing, I think they've both gone beyond what J. Cole's capable, or certainly what he showed us so far. So I think this is a big record for him, man. I mean, it's highly anticipated, like all of his music is. Yeah. I feel like he's made a big deal about this record.
He made a bro. And you know what's mad as well? Yeah, he called it the Fall Off, but the off season. Sorry, but he's been promoting the Fall Off since 2020, since 2018.
Yeah.
So like, someone put, why are we not worried that, you know, this Fall Off album isn't coming out now? And I said, you know what, maybe he's gonna do something where the Fall Off is like his last album, and it's better for the narrative of the thing, because he put on that roadmap, it was the 2018 features, then it was the Revenge of the Dreamers 3, then it was then it's this, the off season, then It's a Boy. I don't know if he's having a ute or is that mixtape or whatever.
I thought he already had one.
He has a girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know that because obviously she's mine, innit? And then obviously we've got the off season after It's a Boy. Then we've got the Fall Off after It's a Boy. So it's weird that we're only just kind of that he's promoted the Fall Off album, done all this 1985, we know what that was and whatever. And now he's moved that basically like probably a year or 2 down the line and brought this new thing. So I want to know what this is. I think I will know what this album is going to sound like by the track list. As soon as I see the track list, I'll know. If I see 14 tracks, a Kill Edward feature, flipping all produced by him, I'm not going to be excited at all.
Why?
Because it's going to be KOD 2014 Forest Hills Drive 2.0. Like I can't be like, cool, it's good, they've got some good tracks, but for me it's not like amazing. Don't get me wrong, I think For Your Eyes Only is his best album.
I agree.
Just because of the story it tells, and obviously him rapping from different perspectives, but I think that is different to 2014 and KOD.
Yeah, but I think a concept album like that would certainly play to his strengths, because I think a big issue for me with J. Cole is I find a lot of his work to be inconsistent.
Boring, man.
Yeah, I mean, he is. I feel like that's a bit of a disrespect to him, because I do think he has a lot to say.
Okay, no.
It is boring. It doesn't hold my attention for long enough.
The thing is with J. Cole, and this is what pisses me off, if someone was to ask me, what would someone sound like? I'd pick J. Cole. What was someone to like rap like flow? I'd pick J. Cole as a rapper ticks every box. Like for me, number one. Like over Kendrick's my favorite rapper, like right now. But there's certain things I don't like that Kendrick does, innit? Like
every single he's ever put out.
Yeah, Kendrick singles are weak.
He's not a good singer.
Yeah, he's not a good singer. Like, but I don't think the artist that he is.
No, 100%. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah like J. Cole for me is like what a rapper should be. Like if I wanted to build a rapper, it would sound something like J. Cole.
Yeah.
So the fact that he just can't, he's got a bit of the Drake thing where he can't get it over the line. And I know it's totally different. And we'll get into the three of them in a second. J. Cole for me is like, he's got all the tools, but he just doesn't know how to piece the puzzle together in it.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. And like you said, if it's like a 50-minute thing, it doesn't hold my attention span past 35 minutes for some reason. Like, even though I love For Your Eyes Only, I get lost about track 6 or 7. I think 7's changed, so I might be lying. But there's a tune on there which I'm like, I switch off from every time it comes on, like without fail. So yeah, that's the big issue for me with him.
He's, like I said, it's a pivotal moment in his career, man, because I think if he comes out now with a record that is like unquestionably, like without equivocation, it is like a thing, and it announces him as like, don't play with my name type, I think then it does become a genuinely interesting conversation. Because right now, if you ask me, who's the best, not Biggie, Jay-Z and Nas, but who's the best Kendrick, Drake and J. Cole, it's definitely not J. Cole. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an opinions game, really, I suppose, as out of Drake and Kendrick. But he's definitely not J. Cole, apart from these niggas that want to be humble and that, and fucking... He speaks to a certain type of nigger in it, which is fine, don't get me wrong.
Of course. And the thing is, like, people go on like he's like he's the savior. And I'm like, bro, like he's like, nah, there's sort of missing, man.
Yeah, like he's got a lot to say, and I think that he certainly, considering that he's a mainstream big name hip hop artist, I think he attacks music with an interesting perspective. But I think over the course of an album, like you say, like I find once he gets fixated on a certain tone or subject or something, like
he stays in that tone,
and he will talk about the same. Like for example, with KOD, I get the messaging about the album as a whole. But I didn't need to hear 50 minutes of the same song fundamentally. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Forest Hills
Although
Drive was,
Brackets is cold.
How many times have you listened to Brackets in the last 3 years?
3 years. I listened to it literally last week.
Okay.
And I listened to it probably a couple of times when I was training.
And that's it.
Nah, obviously I don't spin KOD like that, edit, but
do you spin J. Cole like that?
Not really. Apart from For Your Eyes Only.
It's a problem, man.
When I'm in that kind of bag. But yeah, he's someone said if J. Cole doesn't drop a decent album, he's gonna fall into where Drake did after Views dropped. Which is like album anticipation will be at an all-time low. I don't personally agree with that. But I think
on the flip at the minute, his album anticipation's at an all-time high.
Yeah, 100. As I said, out of the three of them, Kendrick's my favorite, so I know he'll drop. I know whatever Kendrick's gonna drop, like without being biased, I know I'm gonna like. Like I think he's too smart to disappoint people.
Definitely.
J. Cole is my favorite, like my most anticipated, because after everything that's went on, like socially and probably stuff that's in his life and whatever, I find him interesting, which is weird because he can't hold my attention span. But if this album is like his album, is the one I'm anticipating most, because I think he's got the most to say that I will like the most, if that makes sense. Like I like the way it comes from him, but then he does stupid stuff like sends diss tracks for No Name.
Yeah,
like that. I don't get why you did that. That was silly to me. And yeah, like, so I don't know, man. I want to like it, man. I really want to like it, man.
I think I'll like it when I hear it, and then I'll probably never play it again.
Really?
Honest to God, like KOD, I liked it when it came out. Like, comes out on the Friday, played it the whole weekend. That was it. I listened to it this week only because of this. Because of this.
I listened to Born Sinner today. Born Sinner is a very good album, man.
Yeah, but there's like 21 songs.
Yeah, that's the thing. After Born Sinner, the song, then like Sparks Will Fly, Miss America. I like Miss America though.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been. It came out as like a loose single almost. It shouldn't. I hate when artists release albums, right, and it's got singles or loosies that they threw out like 18 months ago, and they creep on the end of a record. Stop doing it.
I see Middle Child on this thing.
You might.
Nah.
You might.
Listen. I thought about this earlier. If I see Middle Child on J. Cole's thing, I'm not listening to it. I won't listen to it. I won't listen to it for principle.
But it depends what the narrative of the record is.
I don't care.
It could fit nicely.
Come out in 2018.
Right.
No, 2019.
Yeah, it was 2019.
I'm not listening to. If I know where your space is at now. This is songs that you've like, bro. It's boring. And the thing is, then that makes me wonder. The album must be very soon then, because the fall off. Because if you're putting tracks like Middle Child on there, they're gonna be bare tracks that you created from then. I don't want to hear that now. That should come out when it come out, innit? Like, give me the fall off and that's it.
Do you think the 2-pack that he released, I think
the Louis Street thing?
Yeah. Do you think that is an indication of what the record's going to sound like?
I thought they were whack anyway, so
they weren't whack, but they just fell into that J. Cole category of like, all right, cool, like, all right.
J. Cole needs to.
Right.
What J. Cole needs to do. I hope he did this for this, and if he didn't, then I hope he does it for the next thing, because I think the Fall Off is going to be his final album.
He's only 36.
Yeah, I think that's him done now. I like was it Joe Budden that said it? Joe Budden said it. Joe Budden said that Kendrick's going to be done after this. I don't think that. I think he's got one more in him. Drake's soon to be done, because let's not lie, I don't think Drake. I say this, but like,
Drake is a narcissist. So long as the interest is there, he will continue to put music out.
Yeah, of course.
We said before, in the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, he's put out like 100 tunes.
Yeah,
like, and that's not even cap. Like 100 tunes.
That's ridiculous.
So long as the interest is there, my man lives for it. So he'll be, and he loves off Jay-Z as well. That's another conversation.
Oh, loves him off. But,
he'll be releasing music when he's 50.
Nah, man, I can't be hearing music from Drake when he's 50 still. That's not the pattern. But well, what was I saying?
You said Kendrick's got one or two.
Yeah,
more.
I think Kendrick's got one more in him, and I think Drake's probably Drake's gonna retire when he's how old is he now? 35.
I don't think he's that old.
No, he's 35. He's
Drake's
35.
35.
He's turning 35 this year, I think.
35?
Yeah, because remember, he said it in the bar. Yeah, he is. He's 35. Or he's either 34. He's 34 or 33, and he's turning 35 this year or next year. I know he's because
I didn't think he was
LeBron's 36. Yeah, so he's just a bit younger than him.
Drake nearly 40,
Yeah, but I think Drake's gonna rap till about 38, 39. I don't think he'll go to 40. And if he does, then he'll do like a little retirement thing for like, it'll be like a Jay-Z. He'll pop up once every 4 years.
I can't see Drake ever retiring.
No,
ever.
but how long's the run gonna last?
Forever?
I don't think that's impossible.
Well, he'll have to diversify his angle on it, because obviously he won't have the sustained popularity that he has now. But I think he will get smarter with it the same way that Jay-Z got smarter with it. And
How do you mean?
I think that as opposed to just putting out like masses upon masses of music, fit in particular themes or moods or whatever else, I think he'll start to focus more on artistry. And then I genuinely think it'll only be then that we'll get a quote unquote classic record from Drake. But we're not on about Drake right now. We're talking about Jermaine Cole. And I don't know. I do have high expectations for this record, and I feel like it will inevitably fall short. As I was saying, I just think that with this record in particular, my expectations are that high that it's impossible for him to meet them for me. That's not to say that it won't be a good record. It's not to say that people won't like it. But I think to my personal taste and what I want to listen to, I just don't think it will get there. Which is a shame, because I've been a big J. Cole fan from early doors, like mixtape.
So what,
days.
are you expecting too much?
I'm just expecting to not be entertained. And that's not to say that I want to be jumping up and down in my seat and getting gassed off every line like you can do off certain Drake tunes or whatever else. But I just think that once you get to... I think the most important part of an album for me is like the bit between the middle and the end. So not quite the middle and not quite the end.
Like, say like if it's 10 tracks, tracks 7 and 8.
Track 7, 8, maybe even 6 a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Because I think it's easy to keep people's attention from the first track because people are going to be gassed. J. Cole does quite good intro tracks anyway. And I think certainly on a lot of his later work, the blend from the intro track to track 2 is normally, he gets it done pretty much. But I think I start to lose interest, like you said previously, around about 30 minutes, there or thereabouts. So yeah, I'll know from about tracks 6, 7, 8 whether or not this album is what I want it to be, for sure. And I just don't think it'll get there. So yeah, people want to be entertained, man. People need to be entertained, especially in this new era where it's not the same as going to HMV and buying the record and it costs you your £11 or whatever it is, and you put it in your CD player or you put it in your PlayStation. Like, that's not the move anymore. You go on Spotify. A lot of people just skip through all the tracks 10 seconds, 20 seconds just to see what the vibe is before they go and listen to it properly.
A lot of people do that. I'll never forget it, you see when Views dropped? 20 minutes after, no, not 20 minutes after, 5 minutes after, man were like, oh my God, have man heard this one? Grammys, blood. I thought, why are you doing that to yourself? Like,
I quite like Grammys.
No. But obviously, like, the album's just dropped. Why are you not listening to it all?
Yeah.
Why are you not listening to the first track and then building your way? Like,
oh yeah, I personally listen to it. I listen to it in a linear fashion. Like,
you have to, because the artists put it that
way.
way for a reason.
Yeah.
Most of them do anyway. But yeah, like,
I mean, you say that, but I feel like it's very rare today for albums to be sequenced properly. I feel like a lot of people just put songs on a record.
And this is what I feel like the J. Cole album's going to be. Songs on a record. And the thing is, I think he's put more pressure on himself. Like you said, you've been a fan of him since the mixtape days. I was a bit later, I'll be honest. The burning of the basketball hoop in the background, that just puts pressure on you, innit? Like, because it's like if Kanye was to come out with an album and I see a Dropout Bear on there, blood, I'm thinking, okay, what are you gonna do then? Because you're telling me this is that vibe. If you don't come with that vibe, it's a fail. Yeah. It's a flop. You get me?
And that's why I try to qualify it by saying, it might not meet my expectations, but I do think that it will be a fairly unanimous success, unless it's fucking horrible, like a Chance the Rapper level bomb. I do think that it will be a successful record for him, but I don't know. I feel like with J. Cole in particular, I've been chasing that.
Also, don't do that to Chance though.
That record's criminally bad.
That record is bad, but have you heard his latest tune?
I ain't listened to my man since.
his latest tune is good stuff.
He's a good rapper, but that record. Anyway.
There's a couple of hits on there still. There's a couple of hits. Listen, you liked Hot Shower. I don't want to hear it.
Hot Shower?
Yes.
I can't even remember what that is.
I got my lights over there.
I thought it was alright.
That tune's ass.
I thought it was a fun tune.
That tune's ass, bro.
But Oh, what a pass. But I think for me, I think the bottom line for me with regards to J. Cole is that I will forever be chasing like the Friday Night Lights type sound from him. And I don't think I'm ever going to get it again. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's fair. I feel like that's where I am with Drake. I'm chasing that So Far Gone comeback season sound, and that ship has sailed.
Well, if it comes back in fashion, then we'll get a full record. We'll get 25 tracks of that. But
I don't want to hear 25 tracks and nothing, blood. Don't want to hear 25 tracks and nothing.
I don't. Well, a lot of J. Cole's work, certainly the later stuff, is quite concise. So I don't reckon we're getting more than about 14 tracks.
Listen, if I see more than 13 tracks, sack it off.
I reckon we're getting 14 tracks, at least 2 interludes. We're gonna get a strong intro. We're gonna get at least one song we've heard before. At least one. So whether it's Middle Child or whether it's off that 2-pack.
This new thing. Oh no. It'll be this new thing that's dropping.
That new thing's off the record, he said in the caption.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, aside from that...
but even this new thing that's dropping, like, if this has to be a good tune, It has to be. Can't be dead.
Well, it can be.
No, it can't be because, okay, cool. If it's dead, then you're for me, singles are what you think is the best track on the record, innit?
Not necessarily.
90% of people.
No, but often is the case that the best track on the record isn't right for promotion. Do you know what I'm saying? I think a single is the most radio-friendly, stream-friendly, chart-friendly song on the record. Okay. Not necessarily the best song on the record.
Okay. Cool. I'll walk it back a bit. Not the best song on the record. But if this is shit, I'm not expecting good things. No way.
I take what you mean. Like, I do think that a single, in any case, certainly if it comes out before the record comes out, it's certainly an indication of what to expect from a record, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think in this particular instance, with the context of what we said about expectations, it can't be shit. Of course it can't, but the reality is it could very well be shit. Like, it could very well be shit. And I think if you take Middle Child, that throwaway diss to No Name, that 2-pack, the history's telling me that it's going to be Meads. And that's why when you sent me the screenshot, like, yeah, man, he's dropping his thing, I said it's going to be Meads, man, because I try not to get